Hola, welcome back, y'all. We're gonna get into some divination today. Blessed Moon Day, Goddess, Goddess, Godex, God, however you want to take that manifestation. And we're gonna see what the week has in store for us. We're gonna see just what Spirit has in store for us. And we're gonna start with the ancestors because, ooh, okay, we had some ancestors ready. Don't know where they went, so we're going to just follow their reading. But this is going to be strictly an ancestral message because they got a lot to say. We got a lot pouring in, so get comfy, y'all. And let's see what comes up. I'm hearing hearth. Hearth, hearth, hearth. But it looks like a star. Right now, collectively, what the ancestors want to remind us is seeing our physical home, our vessel, our avatar as the temple, tending to the hearth of the home as we would to an actual physical hearth, which is in the heart. And by tending to the hearth of our heart in that flame, we allow ourselves to continue showing up warmly, kindly, illuminating brightly, to really shine and bring more love in. Ooh, okay, ancestors. We're gonna roll the die to see what number ancestors want to bring for a message. We got 19. We got 19 in the fire, 11 in the water. As we connect with the ancestors of the fire element, we are really developing a tender and nourishing relation, which I feel is beautiful because 19 equals a 2, which is the numerology of relationships and connection. And as the ancestors are saying with the beans, that if we're tending to this hearth, which is the fire element, there's just a sacred union that we're creating within ourselves by tending into that fire energy. What I'm feeling right now specifically is the creativity that is just, I'm hearing thriving in our loins, which makes sense because it's the sacral area. But allowing that fire to really just build and rise. I'm feeling some sacral and solar work from this because with the 11 and the water element connected to the sacral and the fire element connected to the solar. The 11 is the master number of the intuitive healer, allowing our creative expression to be intuitively guided and nourished with, I'm hearing pleasure, enjoying the pleasures of life and the physicalities, play, pleasure and play, that's the real thing. To really open up the sacral, moving the hips, swaying, just having fun, doing things that are just catering to that. And allowing that flow of that water to be released, which is then going to, in a sense, ignite the fire, which is interesting, which is going to help us develop a deeper relationship with, as we do that, the relationship between our feminine aspects and our masculine aspects are uniting because we now understand the flow and the ease and the pleasure and the play and the intuitive guidance of the feminine through our sacral, which then leads us into the organization, the planning, the coordination, and the action of the solar through the masculine. The divine counterparts. There's a sacred union happening right now within ourselves. That's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. How y'all feeling about that? Because that's so divine. Ooh. So we got psychic development in the reverse. Let's let that focus. If it wants to focus. It's like it's focusing over there. Come on. There we go. So psychic development in the reverse. As y'all can see, there's a swan. And I love swans. But in the reverse, what the psychic development is saying, staying grounded in softness. Because when we stay grounded in softness, we not only enhance our psychic abilities, but some of us are too. Some of us are really trying to force our awakening, our psychic gifts, our psychic abilities. We're really just like trying to take lots of physical action. I'm feeling like meditation, journaling, yoga, which aren't bad things. They definitely help strengthen the intuition and amplify it. But the intention that is going into these practices is a bit forceful. It's not centered in ease and softness and femininity and flow and presence and just pretty much having fun. There's this underlying feeling, I guess we'll say ego, that is trying to just force this awakening and trying to be present in, okay, let's open our third eye and let's, have all these visions and gifts and psychicness and prophecies and XYZ, whatever your intention is of trying to enhance your psychic abilities, because it's not blocking it, it's not disrupting it, it's just hindering the progress of it. You want to really enhance the psychic gifts? Tap into the feminine. Be soft, be gentle, love yourself, take care of yourself, enjoy pleasure and play and have fun and just do things that are very nourishing. Because you can't force yourself into awakening. You can't force yourself to see. It just happens as you gently move along your journey. And it's a 5 numerology, so there are a lot of changes happening in that. If we're moving from the heart, we're gonna see that unfold. What's stopping some of us is perception in the reverse. Good. Do that. Whatever message is coming through for you on the other side of the screen, go ahead. Receive it. Transmission being sent. It could come through thoughts, emotions, sensations, come through signs. It doesn't have to be words. Surrendering that analytical mind, turning on the intuitive mind. Because this is what your ancestors got to say for you. And that's what's stopping some of us. And the reason this is more of an individual personal message is because the perception that some of us are experiencing, we're too grounded in it. I'm feeling stubbornness. Some of us are really stubborn in this perception. And the perception is a specific belief, very specific belief. For some, I'm feeling 2 to 3, but for most of us, it's just this one belief that really just keeps us boxed, doesn't allow us to expand, doesn't allow us to play, doesn't allow us to really awaken. So it's time to change that, because that's what the ancestors want to come through. Because they want to help us. They want to help us tap into our gifts and explore and have fun. Live in our purpose of love. Discover our calling. Answer the calling. Know what our mission is in this moment in time. That's a 9 numerology. So that was what's stopping us. What's holding us back is transformation. Ooh. If that could... Feels like a makeup tutorial. There's... This is just... I don't even know how to kind of describe the energy right now. What's stopping some of us is... Some of us are kind of on a whirlwind right now. Some of us may be struggling with safety, security, stability, structure, housing, movement, transportation. Some of us may be moving, doing a big move, I feel, for some of us. Big transformation, big transition. I'm also feeling that on top of like all this movement that's happening within our physical structure, because we have 22, which is the master builder, it feels like we're losing a sense of security and safety, but in reality, we're being given kind of ground zero, having the ground leveled for us so we could build what we truly want. We could build the mansion, we could build the house, we could build the community, whatever it is we're building. It feels like a lot because on top of having this movement in our safety and our structures, I'm filling in the physical home. It's a reminder to come back to the heart because home is where the heart is. I know it may be cliche, but it's true. And love. And for those of us who are feeling super overwhelmed, because not just this move, but there may be for some of us other just situations, people, complications arising as this is all happening. So it feels very tornado-like, very chaotic. Prayer. The ancestors want us to pray to them, praying to the ancient ancestors, praying to all ancestors, to the land, to the sky, to the elements, to those of our lineage and not in our lineage, to those of what we identify with. And for those in the LGBTQ community, hey, praying to our queer, our non-binary, our trans, our two-spirited, our gay, our lesbian, our bi, our asexual, to all ancestors. The ancestors that were neurodivergent, the ancestors that were able-bodied or not able-bodied, the ancestors of the medicine that we carry and share. We don't have to be that specific. You could be specific to what feels right to you. But the ancestors are saying that we're here, we're queer, we ain't got no fear. Oh, y'all already know the drill. And it's so divine, and it's so, For those of us experiencing some major shifts and transformation right now, let's please be reminded in this moment the power of prayer, the power of affirmation, the power of just connecting and talking with the grateful spirit, with our ancestors, because they want to connect with us so bad, and they want to be reminded of how much power exists, not just in this physical vessel, but within our bloodline, within the wisdom that is held within the roots of the web of the cosmic order that we are just all connected to, because it's already all within us. It's already all us. Oh, it just feels like, I'm also feeling some dancing. Like those of y'all who are just dancers, dance with your ancestors. If y'all have not seen Sinners, by the way, there is a scene where they're just up with the ancestors. Literally, that scene was just everything. So if y'all have not seen it, if y'all have seen it, y'all know what I'm talking about. But love, let's bring it back to love, loving the ancestors, dancing with the ancestors, because oh my gosh. Yeah. Any other messages from the ancestors? Because ooh. And for some of us, it's time to step into the void. And the void could be the physical void through meditation, but the void is of the unknown. So if we just don't know what's gonna happen next, take that flight, hop on that bus, get that ride, start taking a walk. Don't even have a plan. Just do it. No plan, no idea, no resources, just do it. And just pray to the ancestors to maintain the peace, the calm, and the serenity. And the belief within ourselves. Putting beliefs within ourselves, because we are creator. We are source. But this final message, we got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Ooh. There we go. The Queen of Swords is saying that we are very, 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 all of us, but those of us who are tapped in, tuned in, or those of us who are still becoming more aware of it, the backing and support of our ancestral line is, there's not even a word to describe how expansive it is, how broad it is, how wide it is, how far back it goes. Oh my goodness. And with this swords energy, it's saying to not think about it so much, but to feel it and believe it. To not just think, okay, I'm supported by my ancestors. We're supported by our ancestors. But to feel in our heart, we know, we feel our ancestors supporting us in this moment. And if y'all are tapped into it right now, the ancestors are here right now in this moment. Feel them. Receive that. Connect with it. Turn off the intellectual mind. Turn off the masculine mind. Flip up the feminine. Flip up the intuition. Allow ourselves to receive that support, that uplifting, that allyship. Because, ooh, our ancestors are here right now. All of them. Of all lineages, of all spectrums, of all genders, all sexualities, of all different forms of medicines and healings and stuff. Even the ones who were bad, quote unquote, they had skills or something to bring to us. And it's about just knowing boundaries spiritually. Ooh. Knowing what you're willing to accept, not just from this physical plane. This is also bringing a message from the ancestors that to know your boundaries, spiritually and physically, with community and people at work, at school, wherever, but also applying that with spirits. Because if we have an ancestor, again, who will say is bad, quote unquote, but we don't really, nothing's good or bad unless you put that projection onto it. It's just affirming and saying, hey, I see that you're more in this frequency. We gotta just set these boundaries. This is the way we are gonna connect. We still send you love. We still send you compassion. We still send you abundance. However, your juju is not our juju because we are living our own. It's about not taking ownership of anything that they may have done because we don't need to. That puts us in these perpetual cycles of healing. But if we're creator, if we're goddess, if we are God, if we are our ancestors, are we not already whole within ourselves? Are we not already creating and manifesting and just bringing this beautiful love into this world? Yes, there's healing to do. Yes, there's layers we need to shed. Yes, there's egos and shadows we need to confront. But that's just to get us to this point to where if it arises, nope, nope, no. No to the thoughts, no to the emotions, no to the shadow, no to any of that. Because if it is not love, abundance, gratitude, compassion, forgiveness, trust, faith, belief, we are not taking ownership of that. No, we ain't. Let's see what this closing card is. The Empress, y'all. We got the Empress. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. The Empress just feels so strong in this moment. The Divine Mother, the Divine Goddess, the Divine Feminine. For some of us, we may be feeling a calling or have been heeding the calling to begin working more with Venus, whether that wants to be Venus through the Roman pantheon or Aphrodite, or that wants to be through the actual celestial embodiment of Venus in our solar system, because hey, beauty, love, finances, rituals, magic, yes. But for some of us who are really needing to tap into the feminine aspect, Venus, she's ready. Feeling Venus is what with like offerings of purple. That's interesting. Oh, it makes sense. Because for some of us, we're trying to enhance our intuition. Okay. But Venus. Also, if we're going, still connecting with the ancestors, connecting with Divine Mother ancestors. divine feminine ancestors, ancestors that knew how to work with Venus, that did work with Venus, that were embodiments of Venus. Ooh, because this is divine. And for some of us, we're a little lost, lost in the thoughts, lost in the void. However, if we're in the void, there's nothing. How can we be lost when there is nothing? Ooh, that last message. We need to start embracing the feminine even more. And doing that by connecting with our feminine ancestors and praying and affirming that we are, I am, because it is love. I love you. I love us. I love we. Thank you for existing. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for being here and queer and having no fear. Thank you for all the support and all the love and all the abundance and gratitude and blessings that we pour into one another. The reciprocity just keeps prospering. If that's how you say it, you know? And so I love us. Thank you. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share. If something made you smile today, go ahead and let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what made us smile today. If y'all would like a personal one-on-one soul session, which includes a reading on your purpose and calling, which includes a shamanic healing ritual, which includes a brief astrology reading for calling and path, which includes a complete just clearing, cleansing, and protection ritual to ensure that moving forward, our energy and our connection with our ancestors and our spirit guides and the divine is unshakable. So we all may move in love because I love us. We are one. We are not separate. I see you. I am you. We are. It's not you and me, it's we. I love us. Be safe. Stay protected. Stay healthy. Stay healed. And I'll catch y'all soon.